Hi, this is Adam from Movie Guy 365, and today we're going to hit the movie graveyard and talk about 1998's Free Enterprise, which is a movie that had a very limited release. It did have a DVD, and I don't think it ever hit Blu-ray, but it's actually a very important movie to me, and we're going to talk about it here. If you're just tuning in, thank you very much. Please like and subscribe the page, share with your friends. I really want to keep making additional content, and I plan to put a video out every single day, talk about movies and other pop culture things that happen in the world. But to go back, Free Enterprise was made in 1998, and a little bit about me. I grew up in Southern California as a child of the late 70s, and for me, movies are some of the most important things in my life. I love movies. I've been around them. I've gone to see multiple movies multiple times in theaters. And it's just being a home cinephile also is an important part of my life. I have a great setup that I put together, and while it's not a top of the line, I get a good 7.1 surround. I have a great TV. But it's always been an important part of my life. Movies, comic books, video games, it's been something. But a movie like Free Enterprise came around at a time when I was really struggling with my identity in my early 20s. And it was kind of a thing where the world wasn't what it was today. It was kind of a thing where a lot of people would look down on you if you enjoyed comic books or movies all the time. It just seemed to be a thing where, oh yeah, we buy it on VHS, but anything more was kind of like put you in a category. And a long time I struggled with this. It was like, should I be doing it? And I let a lot of times people tell me that it wasn't a cool thing, and sometimes I would listen to that, and I kind of hated that, and I hated the feeling that something I enjoyed or I loved was ridiculed, or something along those lines. And I know a lot of people go through that then and now. It's a thing. And so at this time, DVD had just come out, and I remember my first DVD player was about $1,000. And I remember, I guess it was 96 or so, I bought a DVD player, but I would actually returned it because I was struggling with this thing. Like, is this the right thing? Is this a thing? I mean, before that, I was collecting Laserdiscs. I would struggle with the Laserdisc collection because somebody would be like, oh my God, Laserdiscs. And, but it was something I loved. And so eventually I settled in, but I owe a lot of that to this movie, Free Enterprise. It was about two characters that were just seemed like regular guys. Yes, they had jobs in the sense that one was a very independent film producer, but just a regular guy, and the other guy was practically homeless, living, from hawking his goods and that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, he was a nerd. They were nerds, just like me, and it was kind of refreshing to see a story saying, you know what? This is a cool thing. This is an okay thing. And I owe a lot of who I am today because of that movie. Free Enterprise was never a big hit. I owned the DVD. I would occasionally catch it on cable. I think I saw it on Showtime once or twice. And it is, not a lot of people know about it, but going back to it, I don't feel it's terribly dated. Yeah, there's not people running around with cell phones or anything, and they do talk about Laserdisc as the current format. Which, let's say what it is. They're bringing back LPs. Why not a Laserdisc? I don't know. I would really buy into that. I seriously would. Anyway, but it was a good movie to just kind of put stock together and realize there are people out there, the people that made this movie, the people that watch this movie, that are cool people. And for me, that was a very important thing. And since then, I've never doubted myself. I've never doubted what I collect or what obviously the stuff in the background here. My collections have gone differently, from DVD to Blu-ray, obviously now to 4K. But I don't feel ashamed by it. And if a movie can do that, I think it's important, no matter how small it is. And it's really a great thing to go back to and remind yourself every once in a while that, hey, it's okay. You like this stuff? Don't let anybody tell you differently. I know it's like kind of getting very personal, and it's kind of less about the movie itself. But I recommend people, even younger than me, if you can find it, and it's actually currently on Amazon Prime for free. It's about $5, $6 on iTunes. Go check it out. If you feel like you want an entertaining movie that kind of will make you feel better about yourself in this kind of hobby, that's a great movie to go to. Yeah, I mean, it's a very entertaining. Shatner's awesome in it. Shatner's like Shatner squared in this. He's so good. To give you a basic gist of the movie, if you've ever seen the movie Swingers, it's a lot like a nerdy version of Swingers. In fact, there's even a side character played by Patrick Van Horn in Swingers. He plays another character in this movie, but it's kind of got that connective tissue, which is always nice. But I always felt those movies were very, very similar. They both take place in LA. They have to do with the entertainment industry. But it's I like to double feature those two a lot. It's got a lot of heart to it, and at the end of the day, it's entertaining. Now, I will say, they did put out a 5-year or something anniversary edition on DVD, which added like 5 minutes to the movie. I actually hate this version. There are some extra scenes, which normally can be good, but I felt it just kind of destroyed the pacing of the movie. And if I'm remembering correctly, I haven't seen the extended version in a while. They actually changed a few things, which I didn't really like. As I said, I don't remember exactly what they were, but whenever I go back and watch it, I really try to go for the quote-unquote theatrical version. So, yeah, as I said, the DVD is out of print. Occasionally, you can get the 5-year edition on Amazon or something, but I just have a copy off of iTunes. Now, the one negative is it is a full screen copy. I believe they do have a widescreen version somewhere. There is one out there. I know that because I remember the cable version was widescreen at one point, and I think the 5-year anniversary is also widescreen. But as I said, I haven't seen that version in a while. I just watched the normal version the other day, and it was full screen, which, okay, it's not the end of the world. At least I have a copy of it. So this movie is very important to me. It's something worth checking out. It's fun. Shatner's a madman. You also have Reifer Weigel, who I believe is actually on cable news now, and Eric McCormack, who you all know from Will and Grace. It's a great movie. It's worth checking out. I highly recommend it. So I guess that's going to do it. Just a little rant on Free Enterprise. I want to thank everybody again, and I will see you at the movies.